normally bring makeup tutorials or beauty videos. However, this video is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be more about where I have been. At the beginning of this year, I ended up losing my grandmother, and that was a little bit hard. She was 100 years old, and we ended up losing her. Shortly after, my mom ended up in the hospital. She needed surgery, and the recovery process was going to be a very lengthy recovery. So she needed to go somewhere where there was going to be no children jumping up and down or possibly hurting her, and all around needing around the clock care. When this was happening, I had the PM shift at my job, so I didn't go in until 2:30 and got out at 11. And my dad worked mornings, so we would alternate. And we also had a friend that would come and help us to take care of her during the week. So moving into my house, I ended up giving my room to them, so my mom could put her hospital bed and everything in there. And I moved in one of our spare bedrooms. As time went on, she recently was able to transition from her hospital bed to a regular bed, and so now I was able to give her my bed, move my bed back up there, and then have her hospital bed down here, since I'm by myself at the moment. So I gave them my bed, they have my room, they're still with me, they're still staying with me, and that at any point, I don't want anybody to think that it's a problem that they're here. It's au contraire. I love having them here. I enjoy having them here. It's comforting to have them with me. But as her recovery was going, and as she could start moving and functioning, I ended up getting sick. My health started deteriorating. The first thing that started happening was my knee was going out. It was giving me problems, and I thought it was just going to go away, that it was just because of my weight loss that all this stuff was coming up. And I finally ended up going to the doctor because the grinding on my knee was getting to be a little too much. So they ended up telling me that I'm going to need knee surgery. A couple weeks after, I felt things weren't right. So I ended up going to a doctor, and they ordered some x-rays, they ordered studies, and they ended up finding a mass. So from there, it continued to have more x-rays or more studies to be done. They did a biopsy, and it was a constant doctor visit after doctor visit, whether it was with my knee doctor and then the cancer doctor to make sure it wasn't cancer. And every time they went to check to see what was going on, they weren't able to give me a direct answer. They weren't able to tell me, yes, it's cancer, no, it's not cancer. So I was like that with the unknown for a little bit over a month. Then I had to go to a different doctor to get yearly checkups. Ended up finding precancerous cells. So then that was another, like, what more can possibly go wrong? How much more of this can someone take? So from there, everything pretty much started falling apart for me. I started getting sad, I started losing motivation, I started losing inspiration for my makeup, for YouTube, for my creativity. I started losing creativity. I was losing it all. From there, as time went on, I also ended up, while that was going on, I was also having personal problems, which those I'm not going to go into detail with because I kind of feel like I want to keep those personal. But with all of this going on, and then this started happening, or it started brewing while this was happening, then this started happening as well. It put me on complete overload. And so, like I said, I started losing motivation, I started losing inspiration, I started losing my creativity. Like I couldn't bring content, I couldn't create, I couldn't think about, okay, what's going to be my next video, or what am I going to talk about next, or what's, what can I bring to YouTube today or this week. So it kind of just, I just kind of put YouTube and my creativity and my drawings and just everything, I put everything in the back burner. I'm all like, okay, no, I can't, like it's too much, I need to focus, like I need to do this, my health, and the thought of having cancer kind of just put everything on hold. So all that was happening, all those changes, my health, and I did do a little bit or a couple of videos while she was here, while she was sick. And I did do a couple of videos recently for Halloween. One was for Halloween, or two was for Halloween, and one was for a yellow halo eye that was requested. But in my opinion, I did them poorly. I did them, they were poorly done, quickly, and I just wanted to put them out there so the person that requested it would have this video to look back at. So I ended up doing that. I did do a couple of videos, but it wasn't, and I've never been really consistent, but I did put those out. And then just recently, I put everything back in the back burner. I can't come up with any ideas of what to do or what to bring to you guys. And not too long ago, I was asked what truly makes me happy. And sadly enough, I wasn't able to answer that question. I really didn't have an answer. I just looked at them blank-faced, like I don't know. And so, and then that got me to thinking, and it got me back to thinking of everything that was happening, the personal issues I'm having. Then on top of all of that, I was actually offered the opportunity for an advancement. I was given the opportunity to move from a position to a slightly higher position, and without thinking it twice, I took it. And not that I feel like I did it on impulse, even though I did, by accepting it. I worked PM. I never had time to do anything after work or time in the morning to do anything before going to work. So this position, basically, I go into work at 6:30 in the morning. I get off by 3 and have the rest of the day to do whatever it is that I need to do. And so when I took this position, it was also more of, I went from PM shift, working with a total maybe of 8 people, 9 people, to now working in the morning where I work with 30, 50, maybe 60 people during the day. So I went from having this very close-knit dynamic with everyone that I worked with in the evening to now working in the morning where I can count in one hand the number of people I can actually trust, or going through my day trying to figure out, can I trust her? Can I trust him? How are they? And then certain comments that are made by other employees. So, and the thing is, I know a lot of people would think, who cares? That's their own opinion, let it be. But that's not who I am. Certain words, depending on who they are or how they're said, my mind absorbs them. And so I replay them in my mind over and over and over like a broken disc, to the point where at times certain comments I start to believe. Again, all this, that question came up about what really makes me happy. And so I have to go and soul search. And being that the new year is coming, I believe that this is the best time and opportunity that I could possibly have to start fresh, to start new, to really figure out who I am, to figure out where my creativity is going, or where it could go, or how far it could take me. So there's so many things that I have to sit down and really think about what it is that I want, whether it be in life, my personal life, my work life, my business of my makeup artistry business. So just in general, where I want to be or where I want it to head. But I can't move forward until I find out and find deeply within me who I am, who I truly am, and what truly makes me happy. Started soul searching a couple days ago at my desk. I did realize that that makeup and doing YouTube videos and helping and empowering other people or other women makes me happy. And the reason that the reason I came to this conclusion was because in the times that I've done makeup on quinceañeras, I have realized how happy they feel, how beautiful they feel after I'm done. And it's not that I'm transforming who they are, it's just I'm bringing out the beauty that they already have within, and highlighting their features, their beauty, what they already are. And so as I'm sitting there and I look back and think about the quinceañeras that I've done and how they've been transformed and how they feel so beautiful and gorgeous when I'm finished, and how much they thank me, that brings happiness to me. That brings a smile to my face, because I feel like I just made somebody realize how truly beautiful they really are. And so as this journey continues of trying to figure out and find out who I am, being a makeup artist is who I am. Being a makeup artist is what brings me happiness. So goal is to be consistent. I'm not going to say that I'm going to do more than 2 videos a week or more than 1 video a week, but I do promise to bring you content a little bit more often, and then as I get more comfortable, do more and more. Another thing is that I don't like filming when other people are in my home. So if my parents are home, I don't like filming because my house is so old and it has paper thin walls that everybody can hear me. So then so I get very nervous and I get anxious, and I'm like, I don't want them hearing what I'm doing, or I don't want them hearing what I'm saying. Has kind of also been one of those where I'm like, no, I can't do one today because they're home, or no, I can't do one today because so-and-so's coming over, and if I start, I'm not going to be able to finish because they're going to be here, and this whole mess. So that has been another thing, and today I'm actually filming with both my parents in the living room, and I have told them, like, hey, I'm gonna start my YouTube videos again. I'm going to do videos. I'm going to actually go do one right now. So if you hear me talking to myself, I promise you I'm not going crazy. I'm just filming. And so, and I told them when my door is closed, it means I'm filming. So then, they're in the living room right now trying to be very quiet. But thing to be checked off is to lose my fear of what other people think. Which has also kept me from doing a lot of things. I underestimate who I am, I underestimate my abilities, and I let fear take over a lot of my life, or a lot of my decisions. So then I'm no longer going to let fear or the thought of what somebody else thinks affect my decisions, affect my career, or affect my future, for that matter. And that's going to be a very long journey. It's going to be a very long process, because it's been years that I have allowed fear to take over, that I have allowed other people's opinions to determine what I do and what I do not do. And it's one of those things where they say, damned if you do, damned if you don't. So in one way, if there's going to be jealousy, if there's going to be hate, there's going to be hate. There's going to be jealousy. There's going to be negative comments. There's going to be people who root for me to fail, or there's going to be people that root for me to succeed. And so there's always going to be that part there. So I'm in this process of me finding myself, soul searching. I have decided that I will continue with YouTube. I will continue to bring you guys content, like I said before. I just don't know how often, and I don't know when this will start, because I am still in that process of soul searching. I also wanted to thank you for those who remain on my channel even though I haven't uploaded anything. I do want to thank you for standing behind me and supporting me and being, I could say, loyal, and not clicking off and being like, oh, she hasn't posted, so I'm leaving the channel. So I want to thank you for that, and I am very thankful that so far I have not received any negativity. So I'm thankful for that. And as far as my health goes, it hasn't been determined that I have cancer. As of right now, it's still being monitored. However, it's not as constant as I'm supposed to, as it was before. Now I have to go every 3 months. I'm no longer going to let that stop me. I'm going to try and be positive. I'm going to try and move forward with this and just see where all this takes me. So yeah, so that's pretty much all I needed to let you guys know as of what's been going on, and to thank you for being patient and for being loyal, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye bye.